Welcome to the Confederate Homestead.
What are we making today, Linnie?
Biscuits.
Biscuits. We like homemade biscuits, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, first thing you start off with in your bowl is 1 stick of cold butter. Then we need to add in, how many, Linnie? 2
cups of flour.
2.5 cups of flour.
Well, like
On top of your cold butter. You like what?
I like it nice and shaped like a cup. Pat it in there.
Yeah. Alright. Then, in here with the flour, you're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. And that's how I always measure my salt. My husband still does not believe me that I can always measure a teaspoon with that. Alright, then what are we going to do?
Cut it.
We're going to cut the butter with our pastry cutter into our flour until it resembles kind of a crumb-like texture. And this can take a minute
Or so.
or so. Miss Linnie loves to come in here and help me bake and cook everything, don't you, Linnie?
Yeah.
What do you like to make the most?
Rainbow bread.
Rainbow bread. What else?
Biscuits.
Biscuits.
And fried eggs.
And fried eggs, yes. We love some fried eggs, don't we?
Yeah.
Now this can take a minute to get it to do right and look right, and it can take some practice to get it done. But all you gotta do is just keep working with it.
Look, you see my snowflake apron?
You got a snowflake apron?
And I'm wearing it.
Alright. Then when you get done, it'll look kind of like this. It's all crumbly, and if you got some big chunks of butter in there, that's fine. That just makes the biscuits even better. Alright. Then you're going to make a well.
Mommy?
Oh,
I said I was going to make the well.
Well, here, you help me make the well, please.
With my hands?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, fluffy flowers.
Alright.
Oh.
Alright. And into our well, we're going to add 1 egg.
Ooh, eggy.
And about a cup of milk. I'll start out with about 3/4 a cup just to see how well it mixes together. Because you don't want it too dry, because then your biscuits are going to be very hard. Then you're going to add in about 2 tablespoons of honey. And I never measure it.
Mommy?
I always eyeball it. Hold on, baby. Then you're going to kind of beat the egg a little bit while it's in there. And start mixing. Until you form kind of a dough. It doesn't have to be completely together. Just something you can work with on the counter. Because we're going to turn this out and knead it for just a minute. Alright, now what we're going to do, set this aside, some of this stuff out of the way, save our milk. because since I didn't need it, I'm going to brush it on top of the biscuit to make it golden brown at the end. Thank you, Miss Linnie. Alright. We're going to get our dough out.
Squishy.
Get it off the spoon. Put a little bit more flour on top of it. Kind of knead a little bit. Don't knead, Linnie, that's enough, baby.
He's trying to make it more floury.
Now you don't want to knead it too much because you don't want hard biscuits. You want nice, soft, fluffy biscuits.
Yeah.
Now, once you have flattened it out a little bit, you take your pan that I've already greased, and you take your biscuit cutter and you start cutting out some biscuits. And you just set them on your, then you just set them on your tray.
Fluffy.
And just keep cutting until you don't have any more dough. And I hear our baby crying.
Mama, I want to put one in again. Give me all the biscuits and I'll put them in.
And once you get to where you can't cut any more out, you just kind of put it back together.
Trying to make it more flat.
And flatten it back out. And just make some more biscuits until you don't have any dough left. Now, when I get to this point, put them on the tray, baby. When I get to this point, I just kind of make some little biscuit shapes because there really ain't enough to do anything with. Put it on the tray, baby. Alright, what I'm going to do with this milk is take our tray, take a brush,
A pastry brush.
and brush a little bit of milk on top because that's going to make it nice and golden brown at the end after you cook them. And we're going to cook them at 400 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes. It just depends how your oven is. Our oven is temperamental. It cooks things fast sometimes, it cooks things slow sometimes. It just, however it feels.
And even though it cooks, Chris, it rolls really fast.
Yeah, it does. Alright. So, after we get them all in the pan, we are going to put them in the oven and let them cook for a little while. My husband is going to make us some sausage patties for our biscuits.